You like to be known as a great teacher. And I bet life has gifted you a lot of opportunities and experiences. So, sir, as a great teacher, what advice do you like to give us young generation who like to pursue ourselves as great leaders of the upcoming generation?
Please give her a very high clap. She asked me to explain why I am known as a teacher in different words. I am known as a teacher not because of the fact that I may be able to recollect certain ideas and philosophical notions, but I claim that I could infuse self-confidence at least among few students. That is my highest achievement which I could get in this life. So, try to infuse self-confidence those who in and around you.
Sir, you said that wisdom is the greatest power, right? But in today's world, money is everything. So do you think that a person with greater wisdom can outdo someone with more money?
She says that it is not wisdom, but that is money. Because if you have got money, then you must be able to get wisdom also. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Have you heard of George Soros? No. George Soros is a multi-millionaire. And George Soros was a student of Karl Popper, a great philosopher who was a professor in London School of Economics. And Soros had no money with him, but he used his wisdom to generate money. He introduced a new system of propagation of ideas that is known as conjectures. What is meant by a conjecture? Any statement you make that does not have valid database, that is a conjecture. So, the conjecture can never be a true statement. It is always false. By making false statement, he used his wisdom to attack the well-maintained financial institutions, and thus he got money, and without doing any business, without conducting any industry, he is the trillionaire available on earth at present, a man at the age of 94, I think so. This is one thing. What I am telling is that it is the wisdom that helped him to make money.
But not all millionaires are very wise people, are they? As in there are...
No, the thing is that I told you that money making is not an easy task. If you are gifted with, see for example, somebody writes poetry. How he writes poetry? No. Whenever he experiences a context, he could sense or he can sense the inherent poetic rhythm in it. Like this, you must be able to experience the presence of money in a context, then you can be a money generator, income generator. Not all. It is a gifted activity.
As you said that India is on its way to become the third most largest economic country, but India still faces poverty and many social evils. So do you think that the upcoming leaders or the current leaders should focus more on the development of the economy, or should first resolve all the internal conflicts that we have and we suffer?
It's a socially relevant question. She is more interested in the sociological content of the economic activity. That's why she asked the question, how we could face the very serious problem that we face now, that is poverty. I invite your attention to 1947. On that August 15th, we got independence. On that day, more than 70% of the population of India were living under the poverty line. Now we could reduce the number and we could reduce the percentage up to 10. Is it not a big success? So, in due course, I am sure that we must be able to make it to the 0 point. And as she has rightly pointed out, if we are not able to reduce the poverty rate to the 0 point, we cannot claim that we have won independence. Still, our people are struggling to get that figure reduced to 0 point. Now, at least there are certain things which is guaranteed by the state, because medical insurance is there, right to education is there, right to education, right to food is there, right to get medical help is there, and right to get drinking water is there, right to get shelter is there. These are the steps adopted by the governments to reduce the poverty rate. And I am sure the students like you must be able to live in future in a world where there is no poverty at all, at least in India. We will make it a success, and we can make it a success because you people have got that much capacity, and I do believe in your capacity to make India prosperous than any of the leaders of the political movements.
So, as you were talking in your speech, you said that we should not go to abroad. Now, nowadays, new generation students are more keen and are having a tendency to go to the abroad because in our state we are not having that much education facilities. So, what do you think about it?
See, this is a very crucial question, because why our youngsters are eager to go abroad to get education? Then the question is whether the education which they get from abroad keeps quality in content, in delivery, and in application. That's my question. If the students who go abroad get the education that is better, that keeps better quality in content, delivery, and application, then all of them must be able to get better jobs. But they are not getting. They are doing the manual job abroad after getting an MBA. Why it happens?
Sir, it's a very good question what you asked to me, but it's good that we have a core job with us that makes us independent. So, sir, still many students are there, right? They who be successful even though they go to abroad.
See, will you be able to share time for jobs along with your study?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, sir, I didn't understand.
No, will you be able to share your time for jobs along with your study?
Yes, sir, if possible.
This is possible.
Okay.
Is it possible? Yes or no? Good. Father, you have got a very high group of students, a large number of students who are ready to do some job along with their studies. So after the attainment of 14 age, because up to 14 you are not expected to do any job here because child labor has been prohibited by law. So after 14, then you can do it here also. There are opportunities, but you are not ready. We have to depend on the Bengalis. Earlier, we had been depending on the Tamilians. Then my wife learned Tamil. Now she is struggling to learn Bengali because the persons who are coming over to my residence to do some job speaks only Bengali. And I know only 2 lines in Bengali. Sona Bengla Hame Tume Belo Bashi. Oh, Golden Bengal, I like you. But that is not enough. Why we depend on the Bengalis to do our job, and why should you go outside India to get job and you are doing the same job outside India? Why?
Sir, because we are not that much able to contribute to our states.
No. Why? Because suppose he is doing an unskilled laborer. I think that in a Kochi, an unskilled laborer, we have to give them 1,000 rupees per day. 1,000 rupees is not a bad amount. If you are ready to do it, you also will get it. Why you are not ready to do it? That's my question.
Because we think more opportunities are there in abroad.
The opportunity which you are getting as a salesman in the petrol bunk, as a salesman in a textile shop, as a salesman in a grocery shop, as a salesman or a fish cutter in a fish stall. Why you refuse to do the same job here in India or in Kerala? Because you think that certain jobs are better and certain other jobs are inferior. Am I correct?
Yes.
Then can I ask you a question? A first-rate barber and a third-rate teacher, to whom you will respect the most?
The person who is having more experience.
No. You don't be tricky in giving me an answer because I can understand your trick. So, to whom should you respect? Whether the third-rate teacher or the first-rate barber? Whom? No doubt. I used to ask these questions to my students while I was teaching in Maharaja's College and some of the universities. Then they unanimously answered in chorus that we respect a first-rate barber rather than a third-rate teacher. That is a reality. So it is not the job, but how do you perform the job that makes it great. So you have to make a paradigm shift. There are no good jobs, but only jobs that can be done in a better manner. The moment you do it in a better manner, that is a good job.
So my question is, I personally have a lot of interest in the field of art. So in your speech earlier, you mentioned a lot of engineering, architecture, and those fields. So when we seek leadership in the field of art, modern society especially gives us a lot of negative comments and like a lot of pullbacks. So how do we overcome it, and how do we get the leadership that we're seeking?
You are interested in art. Why? In which field? Painting?
Painting, drawing, designing.
Designing. Okay. So she is a creative artist. Let us give her a big clap. And if you are a creative artist, then you should be the leader in your field. Am I correct? Not hope so. You cannot be an imitator in art. You are not expected to imitate somebody in your art. You have to create something. Okay? If you create something, you can be called as an artist. Otherwise, you will be only an imitator, a mimicry artist. A mimicry artist is not the genuine artist. You are imitating someone. The original is there. You are making a duplicate. And you laugh at them because you think that the original is to be imitated. So the moment you create something, then you are becoming a leader. You can be a leader in the field of art. What is wrong? And you said that you like designing. Nowadays, designing is $1 million job.
But when I asked my mom about what would be the if it would be successful, and she said it would be interesting, but it won't be successful.
No, I don't share that. I don't subscribe that idea. If it is a passion, you will be a successful person in your field. I'm sure. If it is a passion, you should be ready to endure any amount of frustration, any amount of defeat, and you should be ready to concentrate yourself. See, you know Euclid. Euclid is the father of geometry. And he wrote elements of geometry. After writing the elements of geometry, he was teaching his geometrical theories to the students of Greece. Then the king of Greece asked him to teach his son, because that was the best mode of education at that time. So his son should be taught by this great teacher. And Euclid started teaching that boy. On the third day, the boy raised a question to the master. He asked, "Respected master, is there any easy way to geometry?" Immediately, Euclid said, "Dear prince, there is no royal path to geometry. I am coming to success. Dear student, there is no royal path to success." So you can be successful. You can be. But the only thing is that you have to devote yourself to that field. Okay?
Sir, earlier in the session, you had mentioned that in a debate, your aim is to win, attain victory, and defeat the other party. As a teacher, what is the advice you can give students to talk about controversial subjects without offending each other and accepting each other's points of view?
See, whatever be the nature of the subject, if you have got genuine idea regarding that subject, you should be honest enough to express it without keeping enmity to the other. That is what I said.
But sir, there are many people who are very stubborn with their
No,
standpoints.
there are people, but you can say that, "I'm sorry, sir. My experience is different." Then who else can deny your experience? If you make the experience that I experienced God yesterday, can I deny it? Nobody in the world can deny your experience, because your experience is unique and that is applicable to you alone and you only.
Thank you, sir.
So, you express yourself and you use words to express your idea, to express yourself, not to impress others.
Sir, I have a wish to become an IAS officer, but also has a wish to become a good leader.
Good?
Leader. So now hearing your speech today, I understood the difference between being an administrator and a leader. So my question is this: can an administrator grow to become a leader?
Sure. There were and there are administrators who quit the job of administrator and embraced politics. For example, our External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, he was an IFS officer. He quit the job. Now he is the leader. When the Eurocentric people, journalists asked him We are concerned of the universal interest. Immediately he retorted, what do you mean by universal interest? The European interest can no longer be the universal interest. We are concerned of only the Indian interest. That is a leader.
So what are the other qualities that administrator should possess?
No, the administrator should be honest, should be loyal to rules and regulations. He should never try to violate rules and regulations at any cost. Don't like to be a district collector of Kannur. He is not a good role model. Because when your subordinate is being ridiculed by someone, it is your duty to protect him. It is your duty to protect him. No, he could say, no, as far as my experience is concerned, he is an honest officer. And his contributions can never be ignored. What the Honorable District President has understood about him is absolutely baseless. Why he refused to open his mouth? That is the question. The moment he opens his mouth and protects his subordinates, he shows his leadership quality. Okay?
Good morning, everyone, and it's an honor to stand in front of you all today. And on behalf of everyone, I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. K S Radhakrishnan, for his valuable insights and captivating thoughts. Thank you so much, sir. Your thoughts truly captivated our souls. It ignited our spirits. We are honored to have you, sir. Thank you so much. Also, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our Honorable Principal, Reverend Father John MANNARATHARA, for providing us such vast opportunities to grow ourselves. Thank you so much, Father. Thank you so much to everyone who has gathered here today for your cooperation and valuable presence. Thank you, everyone.